Hello everybody and welcome to another installment of the Pug's Thoughts in the Doghouse. I'm Pug and here's what I'm thinking. Well, the Central Washington Wildcats are midway through their season. Their season is a little shorter and it goes by a little quicker than Division I football. So we are going to bring back Wellington Wildcat for his mid-season review. So as the Wildcats go into Saturday against Southern Oregon. So please welcome Wellington Wildcat. Wellington. Wellington. Hold on a second. Wellington. 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 What? Huh. He's not where I saw him last. Wellington. Hey, Wellington. Wellington. There you are. What are you doing down there? Oh, you're upset the Wildcats are not doing as well as you hoped, aren't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Wellington, you agreed to come on during the season preview. Oh, come on, Wellington. You agreed to come on. Oh, come on, Wellington. Let's go. Ah! He bit me. Wellington, come on. The Wildcats still have a chance. You know that. Mathematically, they're still in it. It's not as bad as you think. Come on. Let's go. Jeez. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Our viewers are expecting you. Our viewers are expecting you. Jeez. Why are you turning your back? Come on. Wellington, the Wildcats are only 3-3. It's not that bad. No, come on. That's rude. That's rude. And you said you would come on for a mid-season review. Yes, you did. Yes. Didn't he say he would come on for a mid-season review? Thank you. You said you would come on for a mid-season review. Now, come on. Now, this is ridiculous. Stop it. Stop it. It's not that bad. Jeez. I mean, we have one embarrassing loss, but we still have a chance to win the conference. All right. So, Wellington, now since you've calmed down, we are 3-3 heading into this week's competition against Southern Oregon. Southern Oregon is a non-conference school. We both agreed at the beginning of the season we should take them down because Central does well against NAIA schools. Is that correct? Okay, all right, that's correct. I'll agree with you on that one. So Wellington, we're 3-3. We have swept conference opponent Dixie State, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. And we took down Simon Fraser, the new Canadian school who joined our conference. And so those are our 3 wins. Now let's go over our losses. Now, you had them going undefeated at the beginning of the season, right? So what do you have to say about these losses? What's that? They got lucky? Well, I'm not so sure about it. Come on, Wellington. Let's be realistic here. Minnesota Duluth, a national powerhouse every year. They're usually ranked. They traditionally have a good program. Losing to them was respectable. I mean, I think you can agree with it. Yeah, okay, all right. He finally agreed. Now, let's look at our second loss of the season, Eastern Washington. Now, you had the Wildcats pulling out that game, didn't you? Yeah, but that didn't happen. The Eagles pulled out because we only lost by 3. So, you still think that's a respectable loss? Okay, all right. So, he finally agrees. All right, so you agree that was a respectable loss. And it was because we were just excited to play Eastern. You know, they're an in-state school. We don't get a chance to play them that much. And, you know, it was more of a friendly matchup. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, because Eastern was excited to play us, too. So, kudos to the Eastern Washington Eagles. We don't play them very often, and we beat them the last time we played them. So, I mean, they got their revenge on us. Okay. Now, Wellington, you have some explaining to do. The Wildcats lost to Humboldt State. I know. Come on. I'll wipe away the tears. I know. Now, Wellington, do you remember what you said at the beginning of the season when I asked you if we could beat Humboldt State? That's right. That's what he said. He said no comment. So, Wellington, what happened? What? Oh, that's a shrug. He doesn't know. Well, yeah, I don't know what happened either. I mean, part of me wants to think the Wildcats, you know, it was a road game, and the travel to Humboldt State is pretty bad. Unlike Division I sports where teams are flowing to places, Division II schools have to take buses, and I believe it's a 16 or 18-hour bus ride down to Arcata, California, and that can that can definitely have an impact on players' legs, you know, getting stiff on the bus, and that could be a pretty long ride. Do you think that was a factor? You don't know? Well, it could have been a factor. Okay. So, now, Wellington, Humboldt State actually leads the conference. Now, when I went to Central from 2004 to 2009, Humboldt State was lucky enough to score a point against Central. But they always were rebuilding. You think this is the year? You don't know. Yeah, I don't know either because they're in unfamiliar territory, right? So now they're going to start having a little pressure on them. They're going to start getting a target on their back, right, from the rest of the conference. Right, okay. So, and we still have an opportunity to sweep Humboldt State because they got to come to Ellensburg. And teams don't do it very well in Ellensburg, do they? Right. So Wellington, there's still hope of winning the conference. There's still hope. We got to play Western Oregon twice, and one on the road, one in Seattle for our Battle in Seattle game. Then we play them at home. We got to play Simon Fraser. We have to play Humboldt State at home. And then I believe that's it, other than the Southern Oregon game in Ellensburg. So there's still an opportunity to win this conference. Yeah, we just really need to beat Humboldt State when they come over for homecoming. Isn't that correct? Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. So, all right. So now, Wellington, do you still think the Wildcats can win the conference? Right. I agree with you on that. We're only one game back. There's no reason to panic. The GNAC is, it's a very tight race this year. There's still an opportunity to win the conference. Now, what about the playoffs? You still think that we can go to the playoffs? You do. I don't know, Wellington. 3 losses does not look very good for the voters. You still think they can... All right, well, I'm going to start focusing on the conference. I thought we had an opportunity with the playoffs. However, I did think that they were going to win the conference first, and then I was going to focus more on the playoffs. So that's what I'm going to do. You're going to focus on the playoffs and the national championship. Wellington, I think you're living in the past a little bit with last year's team. Okay, he's not living in the past. All right, so, well, Wellington, there's still an opportunity to get this conference. It's only midway through the season. It's not too late, though, right? But it's getting late. All right, so we need to now start running away with this thing. We need to beat Southern Oregon this weekend, just take it one game at a time. So, Wellington, thank you very much for coming on. Will you come on for a season recap? You'll think about it? All right, well, he'll come on. So, actually, by the way, we had a comment by a viewer. Yes, yeah. Oh, he's very excited. Yes, a guy by the name of SRMO7. Oh, he says hi. Now, SRMO7 said you were too optimistic at the beginning of the year. Do you think that's true? No. What, was that because that every fan of a college football team should always think big and usually always thinks that this is the year for their team? You know, like the Huskies, this is the year they're going to go to the bullpen. He's a Husky fan. So you don't think your expectations or you were too optimistic at the beginning of the season? No, you weren't. Okay. So, what's that? Oh. He says to you, SRMO7, the Wildcats are #1. So that will do it for Wellington and I. Wellington, you will come back for a season recap when the season is over, or if we go to the playoffs. So, right? Or if we go to the playoffs? Oh, heck yeah. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. For Wellington Wildcat, this is the Pug. Thanking you for watching another installment of the Pug's Thoughts in the Doghouse. I'm going to put you down now. I'm not going to drop you. There's a pillow right here. Come on, just calm down.